guys, I'm Laura Vitale, and on this episode of Laura in the Kitchen, I want to share with you a really delicious Brussels sprouts recipe. Now, I know Brussels sprouts is one of those things that people either love them or hate them, and like a lot of people, for me, if they're not prepared properly, I'm just not a fan. I love for them to be cooked well and seasoned to no end, in my opinion, because that's what really makes them delicious. And these are going to be cooked with pancetta and onion, and they are so good yet so easy. The ingredients you'll need are a handful, and now let's start with some Brussels sprouts. What I've done is I've taken off the outer uglier leaves, and then I just trimmed off the bottom a little bit and just have them. Beautiful, aren't they? I've got some sliced red onions and some cubes of pancetta. I've got a little bit of butter, chopped up parsley, salt and pepper, and a little bit of olive oil that I have in the skillet here. Now you need, this recipe really, the Brussels sprouts kind of soak up all the flavor from the butter and the pancetta and the olive oil, so it is crucial that you add a little bit of olive oil with your pancetta, even though it's going to give out a little bit of its own fat. Now what I have behind me is a little pan with some boiling, lightly salted water, because I'm going to parboil my Brussels sprouts in just a minute. But first, I want to get everything into my skillet, well, my pancetta and my onion into my skillet that I have over about medium heat. I don't want to burn things. I don't want to get, today, with the Brussels sprouts, I'm not looking to make them super crispy. I'm looking to just give them tons of flavor and beautiful color. That is what we're after today. So in my skillet, I'm gonna add in my onions and my pancetta. And I'm using red onion, but you could use yellow if you wanted to. And I'm just breaking up my onions that I just halved into little half moons. Give them a little stir. And I'm gonna cook these until they develop a little bit of color. These will take about 5 to 6 minutes. At this point, I am going to add my Brussels sprouts to my boiling water, leave them in there for about 2 minutes, drain them, and then I'm going to be back here to finish this whole thing off. My onions and pancetta are looking beautiful. I did just drain the Brussels sprouts that were in the boiling water. I just cooked them for 2 minutes, and I drained them really well. And now I'm going to add them right to my onion mixture, and then give them a good stir. Now what I do is I just flip them cut side down so that they can soak up some of those juices and develop a little bit of color. I'm going to keep my eye on them. I don't want to cook them over too high of a heat because, again, my goal here is to just introduce them to a lot of really good, salty, yummy flavor rather than just to crisp them up. So I'm going to flip them over, let them cook for a few minutes, and then I will show you the next step. Yes, you see that beautiful color right there? You see that? That's what I'm talking about. And if not all of them have developed that color, just flip them back down. You don't want to cook these until the point where they get kind of mushy, because that's one of the things I don't like about Brussels sprouts. They have to have texture, otherwise I'm not really a big fan. Now at this point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my butter. I know it sounds crazy because we're adding butter to this, but trust me when I tell you, it's going to be delightful and it's going to coat these Brussels sprouts so beautifully. I'm going to add my parsley, a good grinding of black pepper. I already had my boiling water seasoned with salt, so I'm not going to add any extra salt. And now I'm going to just give these a stir, let them cook for just a couple of minutes, and then they'll be done. To me, these look gorgeous, and I am done. Look at them. Look at that crispy pancetta and the onion. Yowza! I'm loving life. Living large and taking charge. Going in for this guy right here. I got a little bit of onion, a little bit of the pancetta. Oh, it's gonna be hot, so give me a second. It's so hot, but I'm going back in because this is just for Joe and I, so no worry. So good. Really hot though. But the salty pancetta, sweet onions, and those perfectly cooked Brussels, there are no words. Except these belong on your holiday table. They are so good, so easy. I promise you will convert any Brussels sprout hater. How about that? Go to laurainthekitchen.com to get the recipe. I hope you enjoy spending time with me, and I will see you next time.